How do you deal with the negative things within yourself? How do you deal with the things that are dark and not very nice? How do you deal with perhaps the spiritual negative and darkness that may be within you? July 28th is the feast day of Samson of Dol. Samson was one who was brought up as a pagan or druid and learned the magical arts of his ancestral spirituality. But he was also someone who had become a Christian and trained in the monastic centre of Ifid alongside David and Gildas and others. And he had the power of God move through him as he did the spiritual power before he'd become a Christian. In his ministry and his missions, as well as healing the sick and raising the dead, Samson's also recorded to have expelled numerous different serpents and demonic manifestations from various places. One particular instance was having raised the chieftain's son from the dead. The chieftain, seeing how powerful Samson's God's might was, took him to a cave where a giant snake, a demonic manifestation, had been terrorizing the town. And Samson went into the cave, and as soon as the snake saw Samson, he began to bite his own tail to try and kill himself, because he could sense the power of God, the power of light in Samson. But Samson, seeing this, grabbed hold of the snake with the girdle from around his waist and threw the snake off the cliff, commanding it to never live again in the name of Jesus. Sometimes we need to get rid of some things that are within us. We need to get rid of the things that are a spiritually negative influence in us. In the meditations in 40 days for the Celtic Saints for Samson, it says, "In the life of Samson we see the turning of one who was pagan into one filled with the spirit and power of God. Unlike Kevin of Glendalough, who tamed the beast and lived with it, Samson saw that he needed to get rid of his beast in the name of Jesus Christ. There are times when we need to tame and times when we must clean out. Is there any area in your life, in your inner self, that needs to be cleansed in the name of Jesus Christ? Are there any serpents which need the hand of God to get rid of them from within you?" You may want to talk and pray with someone else about this as well.